Scorpio, today is a reminder for you to nurture yourself, heal yourself, and to not project what went wrong. Why did this happen? Where am I at? Why haven't I gotten to this point? It's a time for you to do some inner reflection and to see where you're giving your power away. A lot of the times we think that if we give our love, if we pour out our heart into a situation, that it's going to prosper and it's going to thrive and it's going to, be amazing. And it's because we assume when you water a situation, a plant, you expect it to grow. That's the whole process. You water, you love, you give, and you receive. But instead, we have been in this situation where giving isn't the whole story. We need to step out of our comfort zone and recognize that if we can come to the edge, if we can test this boundary, this limit that we have set in our minds, this illusion, this obstacle, this limitation that says that we have to be one particular way, or that is our way. We're fixed. The sign of Scorpio, a fixed energy, like this is how I do things. And if we can step outside of that box and recognize the abundance of love that can also be given back, whether you're putting your love into a job or putting your love into a relationship, whatever you're putting your love into, in order to actually receive it back, it needs to be equal, right? You can't be giving too much. And I think the obsession and the fixation part of the Scorpio, especially the underdeveloped, the young, the naive Scorpio energy, has a tendency to give 150,000% of themselves to something. And that's why Scorpios can be manipulated, because it's like if a non-loving or a non-nurturing person comes into the picture, what they do is they see that and they're like, I can use that to my advantage. I can put that in this here and it will bring me this. And I think you just left a situation, or you're trying to leave a situation. Through the pre-shuffle, I was getting the Six of Swords, the energy of trying to leave something that was painful. You didn't want to leave, you didn't want to exit, but it was necessary. It was highly emotional and highly, how do I say that? It was difficult. It was an extremely difficult situation that you weren't prepared to leave. You invested in it. You emotionally invested in the situation, and then you had to leave. And this has brought you some sort of sadness. It also could have brought up abandonment issues if you have abandonment issues. And now, where are we at? What are we? Someone could be making up stories. Someone could be making up stories. Okay, child wounded. I feel like the tale that you experienced was for you to learn, that obviously, but for you to learn how to evolve. That's the whole point of your existence. And you're not in Scorpio energy to not evolve. That's a cycling thing throughout the experience. And this evolution, this part of your evolution, is for you to learn a part of your story and to heal a wound. There's some wounded child issues that are trying to work themselves out. You and, let's say, this person, if this person's also going through, because if it's not just you, if this person's also, or the situation also has some sort of heartbreak or sadness from the separation of some kind, from leaving a situation, they also could be going through, their child issues. And it's really, really, really important for you to nurture yourself here. This Queen of Cups really wants you to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take a bath instead of a shower. Go to a lake instead of a pool. Go on a walk instead of drive, or ride your bike. Spend a little bit of time on your nails, or your makeup, or whatever it is your thing is, you know, because there's a lot of hidden energies. There's a lot of hidden energies. There may be some sort of deceit that you're not willing to see. There may be energies around you that are, how do I say that? I feel like the universe is guiding you out of a situation that you didn't want to leave, but it's for your best interest. And this deception, or this lack of control that you feel, is in your best interest, because you're learning that the less control you have, the more you give the universe and surrender, that you actually receive what it is you seek. So let's see what you need to do. Because the thing is, I could sit here and read all about what has happened, and you know, this could be cheating, this could be manipulation, this could be a liar, this could be a bully, this could be all these things. But what do you do about it, right? What's the next step here? How do you move forward? How do you heal? Because this is all about healing. This is all about progressing. Cut that shit out. That's what you do. So you stand in your intelligent power, the ability to see clearly the situation with an objective view. I mean, this is your God vision. This is your ability to stand outside of the situation and say, hey, hey, whatever just went down. Like, I'm seeing a situation. It doesn't have to be a boss, but I'm seeing a boss abusing its power over you, right? And you being like a little bit skittish, or a little bit like you don't really speak up for yourself or stand up for yourself. Maybe you're a people pleaser, a giver. And this individual is, wow, this individual is used to that. So they're not expecting you to stand up for yourself. So it's like the dynamic is already in a bully type of situation. So it's hard for you to say what you need to say, but the way that you get out of it, the way that you move to the next step, is activating your throat chakra. You're going through this expansion, you're transforming, your throat chakra needs to activate so you can speak clearly to this person, setting boundaries and telling it how it is, saying the truth without an emotional reaction. To protect your emotions, it's to be logical. It's to connect the logic with the emotional. The Queen of Cups with the King of Swords, I mean, that's like a very balanced dynamic of mind and heart space. And I feel you strongly need to get that heck out of your head. You know, you got this at the bottom here, this Nine of Swords, which is like, this could be mental illness, this could be depression, anxiety, stress, all types of mental cloud. It's a mental cloud. And you're not seeing the situation for what it is because you're fearful. It's a fear. It's not real. It's an obstacle, a hurdle for you to overcome. Because you're becoming the ultimate you. You're trying to evolve. You're trying to evolve into the ultimate you here. And you really got to step outside of your box and say, you know, instead of emotionally reacting, instead of saying what I would normally say, or being defensive, or reacting however you would, instead, nope. I'm going to recognize that no matter how dark it seems, no matter how much of an arrogant asshole or bully this energy, this person, this situation is, how much it's getting to you and to your mind, you're still going to be optimistic and you're still going to shine your light. You're going to glow. You're going to be strong. That's how you get out of this. You get out of your head and get in your power. You recognize that no matter if you're a tiny little firefly, you know, you do light up the sky. You can bring light to the situation by speaking your truth. It's going to be hard at first. If you haven't spoken your truth, it's going to be hard. When I started speaking my truth, it was so hard. How do you tell people, hey, I have clairsentience, or hey, I have psychic abilities, which we all have, right? And it's like, people don't want to hear that shit. They're like, especially being a sensitive person, you know, you're naturally on guard because everything hurts. Everything feels, you feel everything. So when the more aggressive energy, the more rigid energy comes in, it already overpowers you. And that's the problem with Scorpio. We don't want to be overpowered unless it's within our boundaries, right? But we don't want the energy to constantly be overpowering us. So it's like really stepping out of your comfort zone here to regain your power. Love. Bring love into it, like into yourself though. Because if you nurture yourself, if you take care of yourself, you're going to be able to bring balance. Balancing the two energies, the two forces, the masculine and the feminine within, the rigid and the soft, right? The two energies are going to come together and have this balance. You're going to also be able to connect to your higher self and see, because remember, you're having difficulty seeing. So it's like you're going to be able to connect. Yeah, those two energies, you're trying to connect to your a higher connection here. You're trying to basically, as antenna, right? You're trying to send the message upward to your higher self, which is not necessarily upward, but it is. The connection we perceive in 3D is upward, and we're trying to get that download. We're trying to get out of this situation. So what's the final advice? Final advice for Scorpio. Oh, this was right underneath the Nine of Swords energy. Okay. Okay. So if you have any type of heart issues, if your heart races, if you have anxiety, if you feel like there's anything going on there, this is having to do with the mental disconnect, okay? Because you're trying to gain your independence. You're trying to say, hey, I'm strong enough to stand by myself. And if you're not willing to stand with me in some sort of way, then bye. Like, someone else can appreciate my value. I can give this love and this emotional passion to something else, somewhere else. If you can't get with this program of my emotional waterfall that I just pour into you, that I give you, like you're going to, you're not going to do as well without me. Pretty much. You're not going to do as well without me. And I agree. You're not going to do as well without me. And you have that choice to walk away. Even though it's difficult. Again, remember, it's really difficult. It's cutting the bullshit out. Cut the bullshit out so you can have... Scorpio can be like dissatisfied with stuff. Like, we can have things, but if we don't have love and passion and connection, we're like, fuck this stuff, right? And I feel like that's really hard for you at the moment. Take a time out. Where did I see 9? I feel like you got a few 9s. Oh yeah, Scorpio. I love this card because it's like every time I see it, I just see the snake shedding its skin, right? Because that's what the Scorpio does. It's a constant life cycle. It's not like going anywhere. It's like part of you, you know? And it's also a very feared animal. It's like you come across a snake, you might, oh, it's a double-edged sword. The snake, obviously in your life, but also the protection that it gives to you, like invoking that spirit animal, invoking that spirit within you. Everyone, and that's also 5-5, the double 5 there, and there's that double 9. So I feel like 9, 9, and 5, 5. I mean, that's like big changes and almost accomplishing a completed cycle for yourself. And it's massive healing. You're going through a massive healing, and it's really, this is like the hangman. It's like hanging in suspense, waiting for the next chapter, but the next chapter starts when you're ready. So the minute you're emotionally ready to take hold, not control, but to tame your emotions and use your logic, the minute you're ready to do that, boom, you have your independence. You have the ability to get to the other side of this obstacle, this hurdle that you're facing. This 3 of Swords is very painful. This is hard for you to do. This is like a massive upgrade in your DNA. If you can get out of your, because this is head and heart. This is swords in the heart. This is like backstabbing and betrayal of intents. And this is a lot. This is a lot of energy. And I don't think it's singular. It's not like one event. It's like many things that really led to a moment where your heart was crushed. And it's the mind and the heart balance. It's really saying, like, I can heal my heart by objectively finding myself out of this situation. Really seeing clearly that way. You're gonna be able to clearly see where you need to set a boundary and with who, and how much more you're gonna love yourself, how much you do love being by yourself. A lot of the times we want to give, but really giving to yourself is so rewarding, it's so fulfilling. It's not selfish, especially for someone who's a people pleaser or a giver. You're not being selfish by giving to yourself. You're learning that before you give to anyone, you give to yourself first. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a very beautiful thing. Taking time out to heal is about hibernation and about really just sitting back and looking within to see what you need to do. What is going to make you happy? What is going to bring fulfillment? So you can come out in your spring, in your energy where new starts, that new cycle. This is literally winter, summer, spring, fall. This is what is this for you? This would be, I want to say this is your fall going into your winter. Or it's your winter going into your spring, because you're trying to get out of a hole. This could be a depression with the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the wounded child. I mean, this could be a dark time for you. And it's really just about loving yourself. What can you do to bring more love to yourself and get out of your head about giving your psychic energy, your mental energy away to anyone else? So that's what I have. Check out my other YouTube channel, Jasmine Universe, linked in the description below. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Let me know what you think, and I will see you again next time. Bye.